Western Europe in its foundation is Roman Catholic, very much, especially like as time moves on. It's very much the Roman Catholicism is ingrained, and so a lot of these people usually have a very fond view of Western Europe, and because they're interconnected with one another, they just refuse to give up on that idol. And so you can argue anything, you can show them any clown masses, they'll just go back reading books from 800 years ago, books that the Roman Catholic Church doesn't care about anymore, by the way, because as I said, if it cared about the works of Thomas Aquinas, if it cared about any theological works that these people put forth, then they won't try to be in communion with a bunch of heretics. There's no point in arguing for the truth if you're just going to let them take the Eucharist anyway. So no point. That's why, like, from now on, if a Roman, especially a Tradcath, if he is going to argue with me, the first thing I'm going to say, the first thing I'm going to ask, does your church care about the things you talk about? My church cares. We still care about essence energies distinction, for example. We still care about the Christology. We still care about all of these things as a church. We still care about triadology. We still care about our view of the universe, because we have many seminaries, many active seminaries, whereas ever since the Second World War, according to Father Josiah Trenholm, I think he said that the vocations for the Roman Catholic Church has dropped by 95% after World War II. 95%. A 95% drop. So the church doesn't really care about any of this theological stuff you're doing. They don't care. What are you going to do about it? All you need to do is just submit to the Pope. So at least argue papacy then. At least just argue papacy, because that's the main thing that you will end up going back to. Every time you argue with a Roman Catholic and you prove that their theology is wrong, what will they say? They'll say, but my papacy, I got my papacy, I got my superstitious belief in the papacy. You don't have the papacy, so you're a heretic. Doesn't matter if your theology is right. I got the papacy, so I'm right. I win. Bye bye. Every single argument, if you beat them on theology, it devolves into that. So why don't we just cut straight to the chase then? And once you get into papal apologetics, it's so easy to prove that the way of the church was not Vatican I. It's so easy to prove. And all you need to do is just look at the ecumenical councils. So easy to prove.